Mepham, welcome to this week's Midweek Update.
Hey Mepham, welcome back to Midweek Update.
Today let's find out more about how some B&Bers started their break and an all-new Morgan being Morgan.
This and more as we check out what's going on this week on Midweek Update. I'm Brianna Boland.
And I'm Maya Stone, and welcome back to the Midweek Update, the B&B show that brings you closer to the people and places in and around the Mepham community.
Maya, how was your break?
It was good. It was really much needed. How was yours?
It was also good. I'm so happy that I got to participate in the STN Convention along with 15 others here at B&B.
It looked like so much fun, and I wish I could have been there.
For those of you who don't know, STN is the Student Television Network. It's a national organization of high school broadcasting programs, and last week was their convention where over 2,200 student broadcasters took part in sessions and competitions.
It must have been so nerve-wracking knowing you're competing against some of the best student broadcasters in the country.
It was. That's also what made Saturday night so exciting when B&B was named an STN Excellence Award winner.
The Broadcast Excellence Award honor a select number of schools across the nation for their student-produced programs that meet a standard of excellence.
To win the award, STN analyzed the entire B&B program, looking at our social media, our website, and the shows we produce,
including this one. So this is an award that celebrates the accomplishments of the entire broadcasting program.
The best part of the convention was that we got to spend the weekend in timed competitions, creating all sorts of media. This week on Midweek Update, we're going to take a look at some of the things we created.
First, in the feature story category, Emily Yucht and Sammy Rooney had the prompt of Silver Lining.
Let's see how they showed the silver lining of working from home.
The American way of life is to work hard, but the dedication to this dream has had major side effects on the everyday worker.
My name is Michelle Chiffo, and I'm a team manager. I felt like my house was always in chaos. I was running out the door to get to work on time, dropping the kids at daycare, and not being able to hear for the dogs, or be able to start dinner, or just missing out on the kids' events too.
My name is Brian Broxmer. I manage real estate. I missed a lot of interactions, beginning of sports games and other things like that, and other family events.
Both Brian and Michelle are reaping the benefits of working at home.
I do have more time with my family. I do have more time to spend at home. We recently got 2 dogs, and I couldn't have done that if I wasn't working from home.
It's been very good for my family. I'm able to get dinner ready, able to do laundry in between my work activities, transportation to appointments and school and otherwise.
The change in office hours has also changed people's view on family.
I think it's made me appreciate them more. When I was working in office, I never realized how much I was missing out on. I always felt it like pulling at your heartstrings, trying to balance both, but now I think I really appreciate my family more.
There is a necessity to work. There is a necessity to work outside the house in certain ways, but not at the sacrifice of your quality of life, because your quality of life at the end of the day ends up being what should be most important.
For B&B, I'm Emily Yucht.
Thanks, guys. That was so well put together, and it was great to see some of the family members of our B&Bers make their way onto the screen.
Some of the challenges had us creating brand new media, and in others we were given footage to use.
That's right. Hannah Broxmeyer and I were given interviews and B-roll to tell the story of a young swimmer with autism.
It must have been really hard to tell a story without having any control over what was shot. Let's take a look at how you guys did.
Mesquite on 3. 1, 2, 3, Mesquite!
Josh Johnson is a senior swimmer at Poteet High School in Mesquite, Texas. He has to deal with the struggles of being an athlete with ADHD and autism, both of which affect him mentally. This could cause others to treat him differently.
I said from day one I wasn't going to treat him any different. And we, Coach Kari and I both, we have not treated him any different than any other kid out here.
But many might not think about how he can inspire others in and out of the pool.
The swim team is really accepting of him, and he encourages a lot of the younger kids too.
I like teaching kids with disabilities. You know I have a disability, right?
Not only has he impacted other kids, but also his mom.
I am so proud of him. He makes me have to be better.
For Student Television Network, I'm Hannah Broxmeyer.
I'm really happy with how it came out, especially with all the technical difficulties.
It really looked amazing along with all the other projects everyone worked on.
I know, you all want to see more, so each day of the competition, we filmed a little update so you can sit down and relax while watching everything.
I can't believe I haven't seen all the other ones yet, but of course finish watching this show first.
And speaking of the rest of this show, let's toss it over to Brianna Goodman to see what's coming up next.
Thanks. Without a doubt, Morgan Being Morgan has been the breakout hit of the 2021 to 2022 Midweek Update season. Once a month, we get a look inside what it is like being Mepham senior Morgan Hafke. We've seen Morgan at work, Morgan on vacation, and Morgan just trying to get her homework done. This week, we get to go along with Morgan on a job interview where everything seems as if it goes wrong. Let's take a look.
It's Morgan being Morgan.
Hi. Oh, hello. You're here for the job interview, correct? Yes. That is exactly what I'm here for. Great. Well, take a seat. Let's get this started. All right, just to start off, we're going to break the ice a little bit. What would you consider to be your biggest strength? I am exceptional at stealing. Excuse me? The crime of theft, that's what I do. Constantly. And your last job was okay with this? Oh yeah, definitely. Okay. Where did you last work? A daycare. And did you steal things at this daycare? Why? I guess, to be completely honest with you, I like seeing children cry. Okay? Their face gets all snotty and red. It's hilarious. Okay, I don't see how that skill set is something that our company could use. Right. And, what business is this exactly? I'm not really sure. You don't know what... You're applying for a job here. Well, I'll have you know that I'm not here for a job interview. I'm here to hide from the police. So I'm not an idiot. You're the idiot. We sell bagel bites. Yes! You can't have any of the bagel bites. I quit. Quit!
So there you have it. I hope your next job interview goes better. Good luck! Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Brianna and Morgan. Wait, I'm Bri. Anyways, Morgan, I also hope you are more prepared for your next interview.
And mention some real strength that will actually help you.
And speaking of strengths, let's talk about Mepham sports.
That was a terrible segue.
Yes, it was. But let's use it to look back at how our Mepham athletes did this past winter season.
Here's Luke Yepez with what he has to tell us in your midweek sports report.
Welcome back to another midweek update in sports. Coming back after our winter break, which felt way too short, but that doesn't mean that we're not ready to get back into our Mepham sports. Let's start off with our Mepham basketball teams. Our girls basketball team had quite an exciting season, finishing the regular season with a record of 10-2. The girls proceeded on to the playoffs, but were defeated by Plain Edge in their short playoff run. On the other hand, our boys basketball team did not have as hot of a season as our girls. The boys ended their season with a record of 1-12. Well, I guess we should move on to our Bulldogs hockey team. The boys had a solid season, finishing with a record of 15-0-1. What a beautiful record to end the season. Moving on to our Mepham track team, who's going to be making their way onto nationals. They will be racing the girls 4x200 and the mixed 4x400. Cameron Brake and Amon Crane Achichi qualified for the championship, while Ellie Franquise and Anna Fornero qualified for the Merging Elite League. Congratulations to our runners, and we wish them the best of luck. Next, let's talk about our cheerleaders. Our Mepham cheerleading team also had quite the season, where they qualified for nationals, which were located in the most magical place in the world, Disney. The cheerleaders finished 22nd out of 84 teams in the competition. Quite an impressive performance. Our Mepham kickline teams also heading to Disney today. They're going into nationals with high hopes after winning the championship last year. We hope the kickline team will be able to succeed the way they did the year before. Lastly, make sure you tune into Sports Talk on our B&B YouTube channel this Monday and check out this month's Mic'd Up. Well, that's all I got for your midweek in Mepham sports, and with high hopes of Kyrie Irving joining the Brooklyn Nets at their home court, and Kanye West still making really good music, I hope you all have a good rest of your week. From B&B, I'm Luke Yepez, signing off with your midweek in Mepham sports. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Luke. In the next few weeks, sports will be back up and running, so there will be games again.
I can't wait, but there's always stuff here to watch on B&B.
This Saturday, we are filming the long-awaited robotics competition, so you can watch that while you are all missing out of Mepham sports.
Before we go, I want to give a big thank you to Mr. Stein, Ms. Kalish, and Mr. Russell for helping us become as prepared as possible for the convention.
You all have helped us learn so much, and hopefully we can win more next year.
I'm already counting down the days to STN 2023 in Long Beach, California.
I am so excited to hopefully be able to go in person next year. Well, that's it for this week's episode of Midweek Update. We'll be back next week with all new stories from around the BMCHSD to bring you inside the parts of the community we don't always get to see.
Until then, I'm Brianna Boland.
And I'm Maya Stone, and we'll see you all next midweek.